Strange, isn't it? How love can transform into madness, making its victims come to life and lay to rest. If you haven't loved, you don't know how all-consuming the energy of darkness can be. Everything is energy. And when you understand that, you'll be able to transform your darkness to light. It reflects light, it crashes, wading in and out. Water is life-giving. It heals you as you flow toward the unknown to maybe find yourself once again. But light cannot penetrate water at a certain depth, so SZA must be at the whim of the water and have faith that it will bring her somewhere brighter after all the pain. No longer is SZA under control. She has shined upon the shadow that many women have endured at the mercy of their beloved, driven to insanity. But in the desire for an undying love, SZA was held emotionally captive to an incapable lover, only in it for himself. Water is the feminine element, representative of the depth and secrecy of emotions. And so in seeking herself, SZA sacrifices her beloved, finding herself in her dreams, a part of the earth, healing through the death and rebirth cycle. SZA wades between love and hate, madness and sanity, life and death. Moving in unison with the ebb and flow of the ocean. Light casts a shadow, an illusion, the illusion that love causes, because after all, love is blind, inducing a state of delirium. On this voyage of self, it's not a question of control, but rather navigating your own future story, entering the unknown, and maybe even unknowable. But it's a journey SZA is embarking on by ripping his heart out of his chest. SZA has killed the part of herself that was within him, the part that weighed her down, made her feel out of control. Justice is blind, and so is love. SZA was blinded by the love she had for her ex, but equipped with the sword, she enacted justice swiftly in order to regain control over herself. During the Renaissance, the mad were put on a ship and dealt to the sea. Some of them found cure in the changing surroundings and the isolation of being cast off. Each heroine endures this inner journey, navigating the inner waters. It is the way to heal from tragic love stories, rewriting the ending you wish happened, cleansing with the water, dancing it out, writing it out, dreaming, and leaving without looking back. I imagine this is how Save Our Ship was later popularized as Save Our Souls, when in reality the only thing SZA is in need of is saving her own soul. Each single SOS aligns with every soul SZA took, each color aligning with each crime. SZA's delirium was caused by her blindness of her love. She couldn't foresee the betrayal and paid the price dearly, carrying the souls she took with her on her wrist. And so she bears the weighty cross of her sins, and yet she'd rather be in hell than let that man live, because by letting him live, she is in hell, a hell of her own making, and it was necessary to end him. And she did that through ceasing her love for him. She has suffocated him without her presence. And in the same note, she gave life to herself. His perversion of their love is what induced SZA's madness. SZA's bloodthirst hit different. This is the initiation phase of the inner journey, getting triggered through the shadow. Sekhmet was a solar deity in ancient Egyptian mythology. She was a warrior goddess and a goddess of healing. She was a goddess who acted as the vengeful manifestation of Ra's power. She had an unnerving bloodlust and was able to enact divine retribution through the spilling of blood, appearing as a lion-headed woman. SZA's name is Solana, and Solana means sunshine. In the scene preceding the bride's revenge from Kill Bill, the swordmaker reminds her that revenge is never a straight line. It's a forest, he says. And like a forest, it's easy to lose your way, to get lost, to forget where you came from. SZA was able to awaken from the dream, to exit the forest. She was able to navigate the murky, thrashing waters of her inner reality. Here in the Good Days video, she nods to her album cover for control. Growing through her past experiences, mushrooms are a symbol of rebirth, transformation, enlightenment through entering the underworld, otherwise symbolized as the dream world. The mushrooms are intentionally placed inside her journal, symbolizing the inner journey, truly beginning and ending here. As she dances, reading in a library overwhelmed with books, she gains insight and self-knowledge through the mystical experience of dance, dancing to rid herself of her inner demons, the souls she took, the cross she bears. Becoming the heroine of her own story, she saved herself from the trenches of a war fought and not often won. Her ex committed the ultimate crime, betrayal, which led to her integration with herself. SZA's love for her ex was a divine experience. For her, that transcended religious contemporary experiences, seeing as how the imagery presented here on the surface, showing a sacrilegious display of the church, but there is a deeper meaning. SZA and her lover, a Bonnie and Clyde duo, and in their living a life of crime, what otherwise would have been an ordinary love is elevated to a sacred experience, a religious experience. Her faith was in their love, but he stopped believing, forsaken her and chose himself over their union, committing the ultimate sin. His betrayal of their love is really SZA betraying herself, because she gave herself up entirely to someone who in reality didn't deserve her. And how many times have you done that, only to be left broken, putting the pieces together alone? In search for herself, SZA takes to the sea. The ocean is a terrifying, all-consuming place, filled with deep, unrelenting secrets. That's why it represents the subconscious mind, housing memories, emotions. Being driven to madness, SZA becomes her own healer. Stepping out of the bonds of comfort, she secures for herself the path of an unconquerable woman. This is only possible through undergoing the heroine's journey, navigating the waters alone. The boat then becomes a symbol of SZA's pilgrimage back to herself. Instead of a false sense of worshiping the love of her ex, she is looking to find her true love, herself. The ship that SZA embarks on, and the imagery of water flowing freely throughout SZA's videos, is then the last resort. Instead of being a prisoner to his love, she became a prisoner to herself. Captive on this ship, a place where she can interrogate herself without temptation. No texts, no Wi-Fi, no body. The rainbow over the sea represents the divine mercy's protection, and she protected her own heart by ripping it out of his chest. SZA's Kill Bill music video parallels the justice that the bride in Kill Bill mastered. The bride's code name is Black Mamba, representing the sharp, fatal, faster than lightning strike of its venom. In this way, the snake is both death and regeneration. A snake must shed its skin in order to be born anew, leaving behind what she knew herself as in order to take up a new form. Just like every single one of you, you are all traversing through seemingly unsurmountable obstacles, looking to master the forest, the inner journey. With faith, SZA is able to navigate the waters of the unknown and come to know herself. And the beautiful part of that is, you can too. Everything is made of energy, remember? The murder of the illusion, the mystery of the forest, the madness of the water, navigating the ocean of self, union, a transcendent love. The shadow is a path to the light, and just like there can be no SZA without Solana, there can be no shadow without the light.
Even if you are not ready for the day,
it cannot go.